Bravo. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in and watch the SUP Pro, brought to you by Hobie stand-up paddleboards. A prize money round of $1,000 first place, 5 for second, 3 for third, and 2 for fourth. Jackson Close in red, Justin Holland in white, Bo Nixon in yellow, and James Casey in the blue. Counting you in, boys, in 10 seconds. We're ready to rock and roll right here. Let's go. These guys will make these waves look incredible. In 3, 2, 1.
Incredible, PSO. After 5 days here at the Kingscliff Australian Longboard Surfing Open, we've come down to the last event of the day, the final. I'm calling it the Blue Ribbon Final, sponsored by Hobie, and 4 of the best, arguably the best SUP riders in the world. So sit back for your enjoyment and your viewing pleasure to watch these guys show you how it's done on stand-up paddleboards. Jackson Close in the red, Justin Holland in the white, Bo Nixon in the yellow, and James Casey in the blue. We're just waiting for a few opening scores to come through, and as I understand it, James Casey is from Sydney. So he is the lone Sydney sider out here in the blue. We've basically got 3 local surfers from Jackson Close of Coolangatta, Justin Holland and Bo Nixon from the Tweed Coast. And let's have a look at those earlier scores. Good opening score there for Jackson Close, 6.67 first score of reds. First score of yellows for Bo Nixon was a 3.6. First score of whites for Justin Holland is a 3. And first score of James Casey is a 2.83. Thirty-minute final. This is the last final of the day, of the 5-day Australian Longboard Surfing Open here at Kingscliff. Just an amazing surfing festival, and everybody just sitting back now, checking the last final, and don't forget the presentation at the Kingscliff Hotel. So second score there for Justin Holland, a 5.83. Second score for Jackson, a 1.17. Second score for Blue, a 1.17. Situation is white first, red is second, blue third, and yellow is fourth. So it's only early days, PSO, but Justin Holland off to an early lead.
Yeah, and up and riding. Who is the man in the blue shirt there? He is just banging this one all over the place. And that surfer in blue is James Casey. We are pretty sure James is from Sydney. He's up here on the far north coast, just smacking that board all over the place out there. As we watch Jackson Close, a nice big gouging hook. And another snap back there, digging the oar into help change, and now paddling through the inside section, getting some speed, bouncing a little one, and just grabbing a rail at the end.
Not quite completing that last move, but action Jackson Close, currently in second position. He will be looking to replace his second lowest score. A couple of big moves out the back there, and he's going to drop his second lowest score, and he gets a 4.67, Jackson, on your last wave. Last score of reds, a 4.67.
And that 4.67 along with your 6.67 has kept you in first place there. Justin Holland chasing a 5.52. You have a 5.83 and a 3. You need to ditch the 3 to improve. You're sitting in second. James Casey, your last wave of 3 along with a 2.83. You're in third, and Bo Nixon, a little throwaway there for you, Bo. First considerable wave there of 3.6. You're currently sitting in fourth place. So as you said, Action Jackson, he's a great sparky too. He's an electrician now, and runs his own business. I reckon he's been plugged into the car battery. He's just charging out there on full voltage.
An electric performance, perhaps?
An electric performance. Oh, the puns still continue at the end of day 5. How good are we going?
Well, we're still going. That's the main thing. It's been a mammoth 5 days, PSO. So it's only early days, PSO, but Justin Holland off to an early lead.
Yeah, and up and riding. Who is the man in the blue shirt there? He is just banging this one all over the place. And that surfer in blue is James Casey. We are pretty sure James is from Sydney. He's up here on the far north coast, just smacking that board all over the place out there. Looking to take home a cash return, $1,000 first prize, 500 second, 300 third, 200 fourth. There's the fuel money, one either way you look at it. Scotty Penwan, our favourite SUP, who knows everything about SUPs and the people in it, just letting us know that all four guys are all very nice men. They're the quiet chargers, you know, they're very polite, very reserved men, but get them out there on these stand-up paddle boards and put an oar in their arm and watch them tear it apart, and all very accomplished surfers. So, Bo, your last wave came in at a 1.9, hasn't fixed you out of fourth yet, mate. There's another wave coming in. It will be a keeper.
And there's another one, as you were commentating in, he just got this wave on the inside all the way through, and I'm sure that's going to be a keeper for him.
The rocket final, we're going to call it, full of speed, power, and plenty of action out there by these great surfers. Jackson Close in red, Justin Holland in white, Bo Nixon in yellow, and James Casey. And on the inside there, pulling out and up over the top there, it looks like the surfer in white, Justin Holland. We're pretty sure James Casey is from Sydney, so welcome to the Tweed Coast. So we watch Justin Holland pull out cleanly there and reset himself, paddle back out for another 25 of those waves. Everyone enjoyed themselves here at Kingscliff. It's been a wonderful, wonderful 5 days, and thanks to the grace and the hospitality of the Kingscliff local people, the Commerce Council, and of course the surfing fraternity for letting us use your town and beach to hold this wonderful event, bringing people from near and far and especially from around the world. And here goes Bo Nixon, our surfer in yellow, just slicing it back there, sliding the tail. There's another tail slide directional change, using the paddle for power and balance, winding it up on the inside, another hacking turn there, swinging the paddle from arm to arm as required, and another big directional change. Small wave, plenty of power, plenty of manoeuvres from surfer in yellow, Bo Nixon.
Wow, that was just an amazing display there of small wave surfing and just throwing the board out of the wave with the cutback action. And, you know, he's in third position. He's not chasing a hell of a score to take the lead. So Bo Nixon challenging now for the lead in third position.
Red, white, blue, yellow is the score. So James Casey, your last wave of 3.77, along with a 3, is keeping you instead at third place. Bo Nixon, a 2.93 and a 3.6. You need a 7.75 to take the lead, but very close proximity to jump into third. 6.77 for James, a 6.53 for yourself, Bo. So a marginal score will get you into third. Justin Holland on a 10.56. Everyone's catchable. It's quite easy to do right now.
Absolutely, and you just saw Bo Nixon finish that last ride there. Got a couple of serious manoeuvres going there. He is in fourth position, and he'd be looking to replace his lowest score, maybe even his highest score. I would think that that last wave of yellows would appear to be one of his best waves to date. And then Jackson Close, of course, was on a wave just before Bo's. So that last score of yellows starting to come in now. It's not going to be enough to take the lead, but it's definitely challenging for second and third.
There is plenty of time for these guys to change anything anytime.
Well, we just saw Jackson get another wave there. We'll just wait for the score to come in with great interest. Was it enough? Was it the score he was chasing? Oh, it's looking very close.
It is looking Jackson Close, and it is Jackson Close. It came in at a 6.33, Jackson. Along with your 6.67, you've moved up into the top dollar reward number. You're now in first place. Justin Holland relegated back to second. And let me tell you, Jackson, your total is 13. Justin, your total is 12.73. These guys will still look for any lump that's got some size or power in it, and they will paddle into it and destroy it. You watch. So the battle royale continues out there between white and red. Bo and James trying to catch the boys wave selection being the problem for both of them, but look at the other guys just smacking it in front. There's not a big difference between all point totals.
Wow, another big move there from Justin Holland. He is an absolute powerhouse. He's also really good in big waves and the toe-in category, even the paddle-in. He's absolutely fearless.
And these guys have surfed a lot of places around the world and proven their talents. And here's a great display of SUP surfing in the pro final.
Well, it's amazing just how good these guys make the waves look.
There is no power in these waves at all. It is a full push for every manoeuvre, and these guys pushing their best.
Pushing it to the limit, as they say. And James Casey just getting a wave in while you were doing the commentary there. And looks like that's going to go into his top two. So, but it's a seesaw battle between red and white now to see who is going to take out the 2015 Hobie SUP Pro Final.
As we watch Bo Nixon on another one, stroking down to the bottom pocket. Very competent surfer, Bo. Nice young man, developed well. I've known him since he was a little kid, and developing into a very strong, powerful young man. Very respectful, good-mannered boy. He's been raised well, and here he is showing how talented he is.
Bo Nixon will stand up paddle on his way back out.
Yeah, that's called a clean finish, Andy Mack. Anytime you fall to your knees or your belly, it's called begging. Mr. Casey from Sydney in the blue, and out the back in white, Justin Holland looking to slam it down and shut the door on Jackson Close to keep the $1,000 in his pocket as we watch James Casey just finish off on the inside.
Justin still going on that reform. It's going to reform again on the inside here, PSA.
Just hacking. But
Jackson out the back.
Jackson Close paddling into one right now. Is it going to break? He's using
30 seconds. Here he
do or
goes,
die
Jackson.
Jackson. Big directional change here. Will this be the difference in the coin? Oh, a big hit with a tail slide there, using the paddle for balance. Round again, bang. Look at that
move. Wow, this is a big wave of consequence here for Action Jackson.
Puts the hand up and claims it, signals the judges. Was he saying hello or how are you, one way or the other?
He was claiming it.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Strangle the cat. Here we go.
Photo finish stuff.